Recently, I reached out to Nextool and I said, hey, I would really like to try out some more options in your Nextool Flagship Pro lineup. And they graciously responded and sent me several other options. Now, a year or two ago, they sent me this option, which I think is really fantastic. It's almost like black, dark gray with specks in it. Almost, and it looks really cool, almost like an antique finish. I really enjoyed carrying this for several days, weeks, and then I was interested when they came out with the utility blade option, so that's an option as well, instead of the knife. And then Nextool sent me several other options, and my favorite option ended up being the red one. So I really liked how this red, and then again, this almost like dark gray, black internal tools. The knife I used a lot and very, very sharp right out of the package. Again, you have the saw here. You've got an excellent pocket clip. And I don't know how Nextool has done this, but the Nextool Flagship Pro, I have to say, fits very well in the pocket. So this comes in around the same weight as the Leatherman Wave, 8.6 ounces or 245 grams, but it wears in the pocket like a lot lighter tool. And I think some of that has to do with how Nextool has sort of dispersed the weight, and it's a very comfortable tool to use. And again, really enjoyed carrying it. And then there is the spring-loaded pliers as well. These pliers are a little bit more blunt than some other pliers, so that might appeal to some people. You do have replaceable wire cutters, so that's cool. A lot of people like the spring-loaded pliers. And then you do have several internal or external tools that are a little bit smaller. So we have the cutter right there with the Phillips screwdriver on the end. We have this wire stripper down here with the can opener, bottle cap lifter, and then we do have, or I guess the bottle cap lifter is on this one with the flat screwdriver. Now, I'm not a huge fan of where the Phillips screwdriver is and the lack of screwdrivers. I think that's one of the things that limits the Nextool Flagship Pro. I would love to see a bit driver replace almost all these tools, but then some people would inevitably complain. So I like the tool set it has. I just wish, again, it had a bit driver. So not only do we have the saw on this, and again, both of these lock not only the saw, but also the knife as well. So that's cool. But we do also have a glass breaker here on the bottom, and that is an often overlooked, at least for me. I forget that that's even there. So this is a really I think it's a good tool set overall for a lot of people. And the biggest option is, of course, the scissors. Now, you do have some ruler markings on this handle. And with these scissors, these come in very capable, whether it's more of a small, precise cutting, so they slice through very thin plastic, no issue. And then maybe there's something like a zip tie you need to cut, so they cut right through the zip tie, no issue at all. And then, of course, we've got the paracord, no issue through the paracord as well. So it seems like almost whatever they're presented, the scissors do work very, very well for me. Again, I have not used these for months and months and months. So I've read some of your reviews, and some of you have complained that maybe something broke on this, but some of you have said, hey, I love it so much I keep carrying it. So again, I have no idea to know what stress you've put this up against. And I usually don't use scissors for, cutting sheet metal or anything on my multi-tool. So usually I have no issues with my scissors. All right, so we've got the Nextool Flagship Pro in red. And then this is interesting to me, is that blue is actually the least favorite, or the color that moves the least on this lineup. And so this is only available on AliExpress. Now, this does come with a silver tool set. I wonder if it had a black or that gray tools and that gray clip right here, it would have been a better option. People like that contrast perhaps better, but nevertheless, you can get this on AliExpress. I think it's neat. I'm pretty excited to have a blue to add to my collection, and you don't see too many multi-tools in this blue, so pretty cool. And again, has the same tool set, but a very unique color and very neat. And then there is also the green. So this will be similar to the red right here, whereas in you have this very nice green color and then the dark black gray tool set that complements it. Now, what you normally get with a Flagship Pro is you get this very generic pouch right here. Again, Velcro, and then you have this belt clip in the back. I feel like it's not extremely well designed for this. It does seem to float maybe a little bit in here. There is some wiggle room, definitely, to add a little toolkit around it. But what does fit nicely is the Kydex sheath. So they sent me this as well to try out. And this one right here is actually a pretty cool option. If you don't like the pocket clip and you want a belt sheath option, this one actually seems like a really cool option to use. So you can just slip it onto your belt right there, and then this fits on, and then you can take it off. Actually, they present it as going in like this on their website. So pretty cool option right there. Now this comes in $19 on their website in the US, I think about $15 on AliExpress. These come in about $30 on AliExpress, about $43 or so on Amazon here in the US. So these are, I would say, a pretty good bargain. So when we're talking about the Nextool Flagship Pro, what is the end analysis? Well, I think this is a very good for someone who wants more of a minimalist tool set. Not everyone wants their multi-tool packed with screwdrivers and all kinds of knickknacks, and this is more of a no-nonsense, very budget-friendly, very easily to carry tool, and that's where I think the Flagship Pro shines. And again, it has a lot of options. It has a lot of carry options, and it offers a lot of value for $30.